You've all heard how Little Red Riding Hood took her basket and went to visit her grandmother way out in the woods. And when she got there, a big bad wolf sprang from Granny's bed. But before it could devour her, some hunters arrived and saved her life. You've heard all that, huh? You think you know all the facts and factors that were really involved? Well, brace yourself for a shocking surprise while your old crony, the old Crone, gives you a deep, dank lowdown on the actual adventures of Little Red Riding Hood and the big, bad werewolf. Yes, I'm the old crone who's always weaving in and out of your favorite fairy tales. Among other things, just for the book, I'm Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother. So here's what happened after we came to America and settled by the Okefenokee Swamp in Georgia. Being an herb witch by profession, I lived in the swamp itself, where I could gather mandrake and bloodwort, and extract the venom from horned toads and water moccasins, and play footsie-tootsie with the huge gators that infested that forsaken region. In exchange for such delicacies, Red Riding Hood used to bring me supplies that I badly needed. She carried them in her basket.
Don't shoot, Tim. It isn't a deer. It's a girl.
So it is. Same one who went by here yesterday. And you ask why she wore red? Because it was hunting season, silly. She wanted the hunters to see her. And see her they did. And how?
Well, she's on her way to her grandmother. But say, Zach, where's Elmer? We wouldn't want him to shoot her by mistake.
But we'd better beat the woods and warn him, Tim. I'll meet you up by the big rock.
But already up by the big rock, Elmer the hunter was peeling off his sheepskin coat, and his lupine features were baring fierce fangs, while his hands took on the shape of hairy paws, and Elmer Dowd, the hunter, became a wolf in wolf's clothing, a werewolf, thirsting for human blood. And from the big rock the huge beast sprang.
Oh, look out, little girl.
Only to be winged by Zach Parker, the old sure shot. Elmer, the werewolf, reeled past the rock and transformed himself back into a hunter.
Oh, this'll hurt, now that I'm human again.
Where Tim Blake found him and applied first aid.
Well, how did it happen, Elmer?
I snarled my gun strap while I was putting on my sheepskin coat. Oh, the gun went off.
Meanwhile, Zach Parker convoyed Red Riding Hood to my humble hut. Oh, grandmother, this kindly hunter saved me from a big bad wolf. Well, have dinner with us. I'm stewing rattlesnake meat with toadstools and swamp water. A really ghoulish goulash.
Sorry, I must meet some friends.
That night...
Too bad about your accident, Elmer. I guess you won't be able to go hunting for a while. Don't worry about me, Zach. I'll be around tomorrow.
Yes, Elmer the werewolf was around, all righty. With malice aforethought, he picked himself a roost where Red Riding Hood would automatically cross his path. There he went into his quick change.
Won't Red be surprised when the big bad wolf comes bounding out of a tree?
Woo-hoo!
Who? Me! Oh, here comes Red Riding Hood now, so watch. I don't care a hoot what you think.
Woo-hoo! But hard up the path, Zach Parker, ever alert, heard the owl screech.
Oh, that wolf again. Well, this time I'll really nick him.
Oh! With dead-eye aim, Zach flacked the wolf and sent him kiting. Oh, you saved me again, kind hunter. Please see me safely to my grandmother's cot.
I sure will.
Outside the cottage. Well, you must come inside and wait by the fire until grandmother returns.
That sounds like a good idea.
Hi, Zach, it's Elmer again. He tripped over the root of a slippery elm tree and shot himself in the right leg. We've got to help him back to town.
Hear that? trusting old slippery Elmer to go falling over or something. I'm sorry I can't stay any longer.
I'm sorry, too. So sorry. A week later, Elmer was in circulation again. He poled a dugout canoe through the Okefenokee and hobbled his way to my hut, from which I was absent as usual. There he was getting ready to pull the old gag of Wolf in Granny's bed when...
Here comes old Red Riding Hood now. Why waste time?
That horrid wolf again.
Well, looky, I followed along once more.
Aren't you going to kill the brute?
Oh, he's out of range by now. Anyway, a wolf can't hop far on one leg. He'd get mired somewhere in the swamp.
His left leg crippled like his right, Elmer used his one good arm to haul himself to the canoe and managed to pole through the muck of the Okefenokee to the headwaters of the Suwannee River. While at last, Zach Parker accepted my invitation to come into my hut.
My, this basket is heavy. What are you bringing your granny?
Well, why don't you open the basket and find out for yourself?
A human skull? And a skeleton hand?
I always bring such things to Grandmother. She needs them in her incantations. Granny is a witch.
You're hideous. You're a witch, too.
I'm more than a witch. And worse. Far worse. I am a vampire, a soulless, undead creature that thirsts for human blood, like yours!
No!
A little while later, I returned to see a huge bat flitting from my hut. I guess our little scarlet jacket finally got her man. I'd better go find myself another hut and another swamp. Anyway, the reptiles have been getting too tame hereabouts. And a long while after that, Tim Blake and other hunters came looking for Zach, and found him.
Well, the old wolf caught up with poor Zach after all. Look at the way it clawed his throat.
I guess it must have gobbled up that old lady first. There's no hide nor hair of her.
But nobody was more surprised than Elmer the werewolf.
No ordinary wolf could eat up two people. I'm going to watch Red Riding Hood just in case she's still around.
So Elmer watched and watched.
Whew. 5 years now, no sign of Red Riding Hood. Well, I guess something did happen to her. Well, those bats, I wish they'd go away. They chatter too much, well, especially that big one.
Imagine that, a werewolf watching for a choice mortal and never suspecting that she's a vampire. Yes, Elmer the werewolf was a mere apprentice in the ghoulish, grisly art of seeking human prey, compared to my granddaughter the vampire. Now that you know what Red Riding Hood grew up to be, stop by again and learn more about your favorite fairy tale folk. And now that you know what Red Riding Hood grew up to be, stop by again and learn more about your favorite fairy tale folk. Except this is the only installment of this feature, so I guess don't drop by again. I don't have any more stories. I'm not the crypt keeper, you know. Leave me alone!